here we have a very interesting question. If cos of an angle can be written as the sum of a non-zero real number and its reciprocal, then what do you think this angle is going to be? Is it going to be an acute angle or an obtuse angle? That is what we are going to find out. Now look at this RHS. It is a very interesting one. It is the sum of a number and its reciprocal. Now, if this number is positive, then you will see that all such numbers will have a lower limit of 2. At the same time, if this a is less than 0, or in other words, if it is negative, then you will see that their sum has an upper limit of minus 2. Now, if you are wondering how the proof looks like, you can prove it using the AMGM inequality, or you can solve it using the A minus B the whole square formula. I will write down both the proofs. You go with whatever warms your heart. This is our first proof. When you have two positive numbers, their arithmetic mean will be greater than their geometric mean. A word of caution, it works only for positive numbers. It does not work for negative numbers. So what is the arithmetic mean of a number and its reciprocal? Add it, divide it by 2. That should be greater than its geometric mean, which means a plus 1 by a by 2 should be greater than 1 there. So whenever you add a positive number to its reciprocal, the sum should always be greater than or equal to 2. 2 is a lower limit. This is one proof. There is another proof. The square of this. Now, the square of any number will always be positive. Even if the number itself is negative, its square will always be positive. Also remember, this is possible only because we are taking our a to be positive. If you take a negative a, the square root of a is not going to be possible. You cannot take the square root of a negative number. It exists, but it is not real. It goes into the complex realm. So we are doing this because we are taking a positive a. Then what? Apply a minus b the whole square formula. Again, we have got the same proof. So there are many ways. I'm just writing down two proofs. There are many ways to prove this. So this is how we prove the result for a positive a. So remember, this is for positive a. What happens when your a is negative and it is less than 0? How do you get that? Just multiply throughout with minus 1. What happens when you multiply an inequality with a negative number? What happens? The inequality flips. There. Now let us come back to our question. We have a cos x here. Now what do we know about the cos function? However small or however large your angle is, your x can be an acute angle, an obtuse angle, whatever your angle is, however small, however big, its cos value, cos of x will always lie between minus 1 and 1. So whatever your angle is, your cos x will always lie in this interval. It is not going to go out of this interval. Now what do you have? You have cos x is a plus 1 by a. Now if this a is positive, what do we know? Its lower limit is 2. What does that mean? If 2 is here, it goes all the way here. That is not possible. And maybe we have hope if a is negative. If a is negative, what happens? Then it has an upper limit of minus 2, which means what? It goes all the way here. That again is not possible. There is no angle in this world for which the cos x is going to be greater than 2 or less than minus 2. Such an x does not exist. So such an x whose cos value can be expressed as the sum of a number and its reciprocal, such an x does not exist. So that is all for today. Assalamu alaikum.